Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Talk Japan. On this show, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Mitch, and I'm here today with...
Hayato!
What's up, Hayato? It's been a long time.
So, why'd you miss up on the first one?
I'm sleepy. It's like Friday night, 8:20. I've been waiting for like an hour for you to show up. Been watching TikTok.
Yeah. Well, I live like an hour away.
It's an exaggeration. But anyway, roll that intro. So I was coming from... Where do you live? Hioki?
Yeah.
I was coming from the freeway, and I was going into the Take Tunnel the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like a car full of like old ladies and a kid. Don't ask. And anyway, like this dude tried to merge onto the freeway in front of us. And like, for whatever reason, the car in front of me decided to fully stop and let the dude on to the freeway.
Oh, yeah. Well, come on, man. We Japanese.
No, but dude, you're supposed to go straight. Everybody's supposed to keep going straight. And then the dude, when he has an opening, he's supposed to merge. So I wasn't expecting the person in front of me to stop in the middle of the highway.
Yeah, it's Japanese, man.
I was just like...
The person who stopped probably thinking like, wow, I did something great today.
So this is the very first time that I've ever actually thought that the automatic braking system in a car was useful. Not because it didn't brake, but it started beeping at me that the car in front of me had stopped and I hadn't noticed it.
All right.
And I was just like, what the fuck? And I look in front of me and I look at the car and the car stopped in the middle of the fucking freeway. And so I had to I stopped.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
Your car had the thingy?
Yeah. It's like beep, 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 beep. And if I would have not done anything after that, it would have braked for me.
Oh, man. It's wild, man.
So that's the first time I ever thought that was useful.
Mm-hmm. And
then that's the first thought I had. The second thought I said, what the fuck are you doing stopping in the middle of fucking freeway to let somebody on? Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
That is not the way the law works in this country.
I know. But Japan, man.
Then anyway, we get into the tunnel and it's just always a parking lot in that tunnel. Take Tunnel.
You know, it's terrible.
It is.
They don't do anything about it. They built another tunnel next to it, and then they didn't do anything. Right.
It didn't do anything. Because that's you keep adding lanes to a highway, it doesn't actually do anything.
It's not smart.
Well, you're the one that drives into town from way far away.
Yeah, I don't take the tunnel.
Oh, how do you get here then?
Well, I take the little alleys, man.
Oh, by the rivers? The little skinny...
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
What do you mean? There's a road.
Oh, yeah, you got a...
How's that dangerous?
You got a KG Dosha. You got the K car, so you'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm not driving like a Hummer, okay?
I'm not driving a Hummer either.
Yeah.
Hayato, you haven't been on the podcast in a while.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, last time you were here, it was pretty wild. You just, I don't know.
I've been mail bombing you.
You've been mail bombing me?
To get me on this show. Finally.
Dude, last week, not to talk shit, but last week I was unavailable due to a scheduling conflict. And so I was like, hey, Natsuki, can you and Josh do a show, just the two of you? And they were like, yeah, but Natsuki and Josh tend to be the people listening in the studio, not the person talking. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So the two of them, because... They don't really, I mean, they obviously Natsuki watches the news, but Josh doesn't really keep up with the news. So the two of them, when they start talking about news stuff, they're like, what do you think? And then the other one's like, well, what do you think? And then Josh just says, in Hawaii for everything.
Yeah, the escape route.
And I was watching that. I was just watching the show. I was like, you guys are the cutest. I love you guys. And then all they did is they talked about island stuff. Natsuki went to Euron, so they were talking about that.
Yeah.
And then Josh is gonna go do his wedding soon in Hawaii. So no news, just talking about stupid shit.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I was just like, okay,
that's
cool.
what people want to hear, you know?
Maybe, who knows?
Anyway, how's the show?
The show is okay. It's actually we very news centric, very serious. Now that Alex is freed from his previous employment, he can say things like that. We have to cut out all the time. I'm kidding. We don't actually cut Alex. He just says.
What? He's been saying that.
No? Oh yeah, he just says crazy shit now. It's great.
Oh wow.
He's just unhinged.
He just explodes. Huh?
Yeah. Well, let's get to the news. There's actually a story that both Natsuki and Josh missed last week that I want to report on. So JAXA had a launch failure for the first time since 2003.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they launched the rocket. It was actually from here in Kagoshima. They launched the rocket, and the rocket went off course. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know this, but apparently they have a button that they can just blow up the rocket if it's off course.
I'm pretty sure that you do.
Yeah, so they did. And it says right here, it says a Japanese satellite carrying rocket failed at launch on Wednesday. It actually failed after launch, but whatever. With the country's space agency ordering the Epsilon launch vehicle to self-destruct just minutes after the liftoff as it deviated from its intended trajectory.
Wow. It was probably going somewhere.
Well, it says, according to the space agency, the rocket apparently crashed down into the waters off the eastern coast of the Philippines and sank to the bottom of the ocean, making chances of recovery slim.
Oh, who's going to clean that up?
I think it just stays there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up.
I think it just stays on the bottom of the ocean.
Oh my God, with all the oils and stuff?
Nah, it's like rocket fuel and, whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it blew up, so it burned it all, right?
Supposedly. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, have you ever seen a rocket blow up?
Dolphins, man.
The dolphins.
Or whatever.
Well,
that lives there.
The Filipino dolphins.
Wow. Does that ever happen in like NASA? Or?
Well, dude, NASA sometimes, but more so SpaceX. There's like this supercut because they were trying to make self-landing rockets, right? They mastered. I don't want to say they mastered. They got it down, so they do it now. But like they blew up like I don't know, like 50 rockets trying to make it happen, and so there's like a supercut of it.
Oh wow!
It's just like all their failed rockets over and over again.
Boom, boom,
yeah. And one of them is just like sitting there. One was like completely gassed up and just sitting there on the launch pad, and just like blew up. No one knows why.
That's a scary job.
But now that's all good. Now they figured it out.
Well, yeah,
I guess
after 50 tries. Please do.
Here we go. So Japan dangles. We've got a new verb for Japanese government. Dangles threat of decisive steps as yen slips past 150.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Okay, Hayato, you Japanese. What do you think about the yen being 150?
Oh, my God. It's crazy right now.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetables, man.
What?
Vegetables.
Are expensive?
Yeah. Everything.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It's just inflation. That's not the yen, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. But here's a thing, like here's a chance now, like Japanese government could like invite all the tourists.
Yeah,
because they
yeah, we got a story about that coming up, I think.
Okay,
next, but okay, hold on. Okay, so let me read. So Japan intervened in the market on September 22nd. We reported on that when the yen was 145 to the dollar. They spent something like 19 billion buying yen and selling dollars in a single day to try to like turn this trend around, but it didn't obviously work. So the Japanese authorities have repeatedly said rapid one-sided currency movements are undesirable, and the government has warned of appropriate steps as the yen hits a 32-year low.
Oh my.
So, I mean, I went to Vegas like right when this started, and it was like 120 something yen to the dollar, and I thought that was horrible. Now it's 150 something to the dollar. It's just like, it just keeps going.
It's crazy.
Now, here's the thing about the tourists. Here we go. Japan foreign arrivals in September up near 12-fold from 2021 to 206,500 arrivals in September. Now, so you're thinking, woohoo, tourists, right? Well, here we go. The figure exceeded 200,000 for the first time since February of 2020, but was down 90.9% from September in the pre-pandemic year of 2019. It says, although the government resumed accepting foreign tourists in early September on tour packages that were unaccompanied by tour guides, the number of visitors entering the country for tourism remained sluggish at only 19,000. So of these 200,000 entries, only 19,000 were tourists.
Yeah.
It says visitors in this month were primarily business people, technical interns, and international students.
See, we're still scared, man. We're still scared. I mean, we should be scared.
About what?
The COVID.
What? Dude, everybody's vaccinated. Like 99%.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not scared.
You're not scared?
I'm not scared. The government.
Didn't you get COVID?
No, my family did. I didn't.
Maybe you just were asymptomatic.
No, I had it, but like I tasted like twice, but it didn't show up. So,
well, I said this before on the show, but I had all the symptoms of Omicron for like a week. Because I was in COVID insurance, so if I got COVID, I'd get paid like $2,000.
Yeah, me too.
But like, I got 4 PCR tests, and they were all negative. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man.
Yeah, so either I didn't get it, and I still gonna get it, or whatever. I don't know.
This is what my friend did.
What did he do?
So his wife had it.
Yeah.
Right. and then she wanted him to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was about to go take the test, she put her spit in his nose.
Oh my God.
So he went to take the test, and then like he got the COVID. It's
And
nasty, man.
Did he get sick after that?
I don't know.
This is not recommended for anybody out there, by the way. Don't do this.
Yeah, there must be other ways.
Yeah, the other way is not doing that. But like I remember when we were kids, they used to have chickenpox parties. Like one kid would get chickenpox, right? And they'd put all the kids together.
Oh yeah.
So they'd all get it. This is before there was a vaccine.
Oh, so you get it first, and
When
then
you're a
just
kid,
like,
yeah.
and then so you don't have to get it later,
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But, you know, I don't know if that's, I mean, we got a vaccine now, so like, you know, just do that. But I don't know how smart that was to do, but
Well, if you really want it, you got to get it somehow.
Well, no one on this show is recommending you get COVID, by the way. Get your vaccination, get your booster.
Yeah.
Stay safe, people.
So yeah, that's why the government's, they're limiting all these tourists.
Well, no, since October 11th, there's no more limit, so you guys can come freely. But here's the thing. Here's another article. Foreign tourists react to mask wearing in Japan, and Japanese people react to foreign non-maskers. So in most of the Western world, no one's wearing a mask, or very few people are masking. And so when those people come to Japan and they walk around, especially outdoors, and they're not wearing a mask, there was this news report that they walked around, the Japanese news agency walked around and were interviewing people, Japanese people, about how they felt about the foreign people, the tourists coming in with no masks. And there's like various opinions, but one thing that I want to say is this is right. This little part of the article is very correct. Wearing a mask when there's the possibility of infection is about a sign of respect and consideration for others. So it's that's so tied up with the customary etiquette in Japan now that people will do as they do no matter what the government says about it. And then it also says here, as one Japanese woman in the news report above commented, she was half scared and half jealous of the way foreigners were seemingly throwing caution to the wind by not masking up.
Well, like I think Japanese people, they prefer to wear a mask anyway.
Why?
Because they can, it gets cold and they don't want to show their face, and
everybody's just being like ninja.
Yeah. Have you meet people, right?
Yeah. All the time. All the time.
I know, but like with masks on, like the first time you met somebody with the mask on.
Yeah.
So you don't know what they look like.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's happening now. Because like there's people starting to go out like to dinner or whatever, and they take their mask off. I'm like, oh my God, that's what you look like?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, never seen him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we'll just put it back on.
One time we had a Zoom guy. What is it called? Like a Zoom drinks thing on Zoom. And there's like several people who were like, who are these people? And you're like, oh, that's who you are.
Maybe they're wearing masks on the Zoom. Yeah, you see people still driving with the mask on.
Okay, all right. In their defense, because I do that sometimes. In their defense, what it is like if I'm like in a store somewhere, because like, okay, here's the deal, guys. If you come to Japan and you're outside and you don't wear a mask, whatever. That's the government has said you don't need to do that. But if you're in a crowded train or in a shop or something like that, probably best just to wear a mask just to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
But the thing about the car thing, okay, is that what happens is it's like glasses on your head or something. I just forget it's there. It's like I'll go to I'll go into like a convenience store. I'll wear the mask, right? I'll come back out and just be sitting in the car and driving, and I'll completely forgot that it's on.
Oh yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I've seen people like get in the car and then putting the mask on. It's like, what? Why? That happens. But yeah, I think I see more people with less masks nowadays. I think a lot of people want to take the mask off.
Yeah,
basically.
It's basically like three groups. You've got the young people who are like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. You've got the 40s to 60-year-olds that are like, you got to wear a mask. It's the rules. And then you've got like the above 60 people who are also like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like really old people in Japan, they do not care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're just like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah. They don't care.
Let's get a story from you, sir.
All right. Kagoshima, Miyazaki named winners of Japan's Wagyu Olympics. What's a Wagyu?
It's just Wagyu. It's Japanese beef, man. Wagyu.
Is that English?
Yeah, so like Wagyu or like umami are like English words now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So They eat Japanese beef.
Yeah,
Not they. I'm sorry.
No,
Like, does
you
everybody-
they, all of you they out there.
We in this world, okay. But it's
Non-Japanese
everywhere.
people in countries other than Japan have access to Wagyu.
I want to know, like, what do you think of it?
Yeah, that's a good question, guys, for the comments. What do you guys think about Wagyu, like the very fatty beef versus
Yeah.
like, like an American beef that's very red and very lean?
Yeah, I would like to know because I prefer American beef.
Me too. I don't want to skew the results, but I think that the Japanese Wagyu is like meat flavored butter. It's not actually meat.
You don't want to eat too much.
Yeah, I get sick if I eat too much.
I do. Me too.
Yeah, so I prefer like a nice USD select steak.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
and especially like this thickness, that you can't really find here.
Yeah, it's all thin here.
Yeah. But hey, you guys tell us what you guys think. Leave us a comment. Wagyu versus... Anyway, so let's talk about... So Kagoshima used to be number one. Tell us we're still number one.
Are we? Here we go. The Prime Minister's Award for Best Breeding Bull based on physique and coat was given to Kagoshima.
Right. Oh, we are the best bull. Whatever that means.
What does that do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I still can't figure it out. But
Okay.
but the prize for best beef goes to
Miyazaki, which is the
Miyazaki,
next prefecture.
over. Yeah, Miyazaki, huh? You used to live there.
I did. I didn't know they had beef.
Dude, they're like
I didn't know they eat meat.
You used to work at a yakiniku restaurant in Miyazaki, you freaking dumbass.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're so dumb, man. So fucking stupid.
The yakinikus. That's a bomb.
I don't even know how to say yakiniku in English. Korean barbecue, I guess?
Korean barbecue. You cook the little meat by yourself.
Yeah.
In the center of the table.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah, it is good. You want to eat yakiniku tonight? We haven't figured out what we're going to eat tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure that out later. Anyway, okay, so I guess Kagoshima is number 2 for beef now, but number 1 for bulls, whatever that means.
Balls.
Here we go. Damage is awarded to Japan's #MeToo symbol over defamatory tweet likes. Now, not defamatory tweets. Liking of defamatory tweets. So here we go. A Tokyo court on Thursday ordered ruling party lawmaker Mio Sugita to pay Shiori Ito, a journalist and symbol of Japan's Me Too movement, about $3,700 in damages for clicking like on several tweets she said defamed her. So she didn't write the tweets. Someone else wrote the tweets. She just liked them. And then the court said that's defamation.
Oh yeah.
The ruling by the Tokyo High Court, which overturned a dismissal of the suit by the Tokyo District Court, marks the first time damages have been awarded for liking a defamatory post online, according to Ito's lawyer. The court found that the acts of contempt by Sugita as a House of Representatives member and Liberal Democratic Party member with around 110,000 followers at the time exceeded the social acceptability limit, and the mental distresses caused by it cannot be taken lightly. So it's two levels. One, yeah, she got sued and lost for liking a tweet, but the court ruled because she has such a huge following.
Yeah.
She has a responsibility to not just like go around liking defamatory shit. What do you think about that, Hayato?
That's a very difficult issue, man.
Is it? Yeah.
I mean,
here's my thing. Sometimes I'm like fucking around with my phone and I accidentally like something on Facebook and shit, and I don't even know what I did.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like sometimes,
yeah.
Like, dude, I sometimes like I'll try to like zoom in on like an Instagram post because it's like by double tapping it, but it's like it likes it. I'm like, oh right.
You can't zoom in.
Well, that's why I said I want to, but I fuck up and I make a like.
That's terrible, man.
So like, would I go to? I don't know. Do I get?
Yeah. Sometimes
sued?
I like to look at the Facebook comment section.
Yeah.
For like, let's say like Vice or something.
Yeah.
I like to look at the comments rather than the article because the comments are funnier.
Dude, like 4 days ago, there's this jet program Facebook group, which I'm sure some of you guys that listen or watch this show are also members of that group. Some of the posts there are really, really funny. They're all ALTs, basically bitching about Japan and their jobs. Some of them are funny, but a lot of them are just like incredibly entitled, like whiny posts.
Oh yeah.
And like I usually don't engage with them because they're all like half of them are just like they just got here and they're just looking for some place to like vent their frustrations and their culture shock, which is fine, whatever. You know, more power to you guys. But one of the posts that I saw like a couple days ago was like so beyond woke that I was just like, oh my God, this is like, and it was kind of derogatory and a little bit racist towards Japanese people. And so I posted on it.
Oh yeah.
And then I went to work and I got busy, but my phone kept dinging for Facebook notifications, meaning that like probably all the kiddies were arguing with me. And so I was really looking forward to all these like super pissed off, like, you know, like enraged,
oh yeah,
like internet trolly people, stupid comments. And then when I got home to like read these comments, the post was deleted by the mods.
Oh my God. Who, like your thing?
No. The whole thing.
Whole thing
was deleted.
Oh no.
So I was just like, oh, my post was very like I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get into another flame war. But basically, my response was like, hey, Japanese people are people too, and as people, everybody should be free to do whatever they like, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that apparently was not cool for people. I don't know.
Well, you know, it's hard, man.
What's hard? Don't be dumb. I don't know. What do you think about woke people?
What are the woke people?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like we run a sister channel, right? The People of Kagoshima, and one of the things, you know, we like to promote is like people coming in and experiencing Japanese culture. And we got some really ridiculous comment about cultural appropriation. And I was like, dude, you come to Japan and Japanese people will love you participating in their culture.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? Don't bring your like weird, like crazy, you know, I don't know, woke ass values to a different country who doesn't appreciate those whatsoever.
I mean, like if you live here, then you understand. That's how you feel, experience, you understand better or the best, right? But in the end, man, we are human beings.
That's what I was saying in my response on that Facebook page, and they were like I don't know. Maybe all those I didn't read the comments, so maybe all the comments were like, "Yeah, we support you," but for some reason, probably. I don't think they were.
But yeah, anyway, so like the Facebook comments, right? Like I just scroll, and then like sometimes like my finger get fucked up, and then like I like some comments, some dumbest comment, so I just unlike it.
Oh,
because I don't want that person to feel like, oh, somebody likes my comment. I'm like, no, I don't. I just fucked up. Okay.
You're so dumb. I love you, Hayato. All right, wait. Let me get. Wait, you only got one story left. No, you get two. Do your Miyazaki one. Yeah, the second Miyazaki story.
All right. Confused cherry tree in southwest Japan blooms on wrong side of calendar. Miyazaki. A Somei Yoshino cherry tree used by Miyazaki local meteorological observatory to track Japan's spring sakura season appears to be attacked. And then a confused side. Okay, basically,
it's a cherry blossom tree that they use to judge when the bloom is going to happen in Miyazaki. That usually happens in spring.
Yeah, and it just now it's like what?
October. And it bloomed.
He's like, oh shit, I fucked up. I was taking a nap. Oh, but I mean, everything's kind of messed up recently. Like it's been like cold, but not cold, and then it's hot.
You know, like last year in October, it was still super hot, and like like a couple of days ago, I was like, wow, it's fucking cold.
Yeah,
I was like, what's going on here? So
yeah. So that's like it kind of messes up the whole.
So thing, the sakura, the cherry blossom trees, what happens is it starts to get warm in the spring, and then it gets cold again, and then it gets warm, and that's when they bloom. So that's probably what confused the tree.
Oh, right.
I mean, can we say that the tree was confused? Maybe the tree was just doing what he's supposed to do.
Oh yeah. No, the temperature was confused, or like, you know. The whole solar system.
Something's going wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong.
It's called global warming.
Yeah.
Anyway, they think it might have something to do with the recent typhoon as well, which, you know, is a possibility. So
Yeah, whenever typhoon comes, everything just changes.
Yeah.
That's the change of the season, basically.
And the typhoons are coming later as well.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty recently.
All right, let's go to a story about paternity. Japan's cabinet approved draft legislation on Friday to scrap a rule that has prevented the new husband of a woman who has remarried from assuming paternity over a child born within some 10 months of the woman's divorce from her previous partner. So here's the current rule in Japan. If you're a woman and you get divorced, it is something like they can't get married within 100 days of getting divorced. That's the current law right now. And any babies born within 10 months of the divorce is supposed to be like considered the previous father's baby if he wants it, I think. And it says but they're changing this. It says the change is aimed at addressing a problem in which some children of divorced women have been left off family registers to avoid former husbands being recognized as fathers, leading to difficulties in the children accessing health and other services. So the idea is like, if you're married and you're doing the dirty with that husband, and you get divorced, any action 10 months later would have resulted from that husband.
Okay.
But that's not the way that this works, guys. Like usually by the time that you divorce, you've been like living separately for years or whatever. I mean, so kid could be the new guy's kid.
That's true.
But they, it won't let the new father, one, they can't get married for 100 days. And then two, like you can't claim it as your child.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new father. But they're changing this. So under what would be the first change to the century-old civic code provisions regarding paternity and marriage, a rule banning women from remarrying within 100 days of divorce, long considered discriminatory, is also set to be scrapped. So.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, everything's getting... Well, I mean, I think we all should have our rights about everything.
Well, I think that if you want to say, this is my son, I'm going to take, or my son or daughter, and I'm going to take care of them.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes.
Usually,
yeah.
Or do that whole DNA thing that we've had for 35 years.
Yeah. Why not? Is that too hard?
Do your kids look like you?
They do. There is no, you can tell.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Oh yeah. That's
okay.
Mine. Those are mine.
Okay.
So it's fine.
All right, I got 3 more stories to get through, and then you're gonna do your last one, and then we gotta go. 3 trillion yen to new. This is dumb. So Japan is fighting inflation with a new 30 trillion yen stimulus, which that's not how this works. Japan. It says Japan should target around $201 billion for a new economic package to be completed later this month. It's going to help with reducing energy bills, and it's also another key feature would be to expand subsidies for small and mid-sized companies that raise pay, as Kishida attaches importance to wealth redistribution as part of his push for creating a new capitalism. Kishida, here's the thing: I'm a business owner, so listen to me. I'm going to tell you how the world works.
Yeah, listen up.
If you give me an incentive to raise the salary of my employees, and it's a temporary incentive, and the income to my business doesn't change from this point forward, all you're asking me to do is have more expenses down the road with no further income.
Mm-hmm. Basically, yeah.
So no one's going to do that.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what it is. But in America, that's what they did, right? They raised the pay as well.
Now, if you raise minimum wage,
yeah,
right. So if you raise minimum wage, then this is complicated. But if all employers have to have the same minimum wage, then everyone's cost goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't lose a competitive advantage to other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they have to spend the same amount of money that I do.
Yeah.
Right. So that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just here's 6 months of some tax break if you raise your employees' salaries, well, the only companies that are probably going to take advantage of that are the ones that were already going to raise their salaries anyway, and then they're just going to take the tax break.
Yeah, they're so nice to these big old companies. You know what I'm saying? The small company gets kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, we don't pay minimum wage, so it doesn't matter. To
And
us.
then you know what? We're having issues with like, not a lot of kids.
Yeah, the birth rate is down.
Yeah. You know what the government's trying to do right now? Like, if you have kids,
Yeah,
we'll give you coupons.
for what?
I don't know. You want coupons? Like, how cheap is that, man? It's so weird.
Dude, the birth rate's not getting fixed in this country. It just doesn't work. It's not going to work.
No. Anyway.
The whole world is going to follow the same. Every country, Europe is the same. The birth rate's down in Europe. China's birth rate is below Japan's now.
Oh,
Japan
really?
used to be the fastest aging country in the world, and now it's China.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not because of the single child
No,
policy.
it is. It's that, and then also it's that plus. Again, I keep talking about this guy named Peter. His name is. It's spelled. I don't know how to read his name because it's spelled. If it was a Japanese word, it would be read Zehan, but I think it's Zion in English.
Zion.
Yeah, but anyway, he's really smart. And
That's a cool name.
One of the things he was talking about is like they miscounted how many people live in China.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually it might be 100 million less people than they thought.
Oh, yeah.
And so the one child policy didn't make any sense for like the 30 years that it was in place.
Oh, wow.
So they might have really fucked themselves.
That's crazy.
I got two more quick stories here. This one's fun. Group of 100 brawl at Tokyo skyscraper restaurant.
Oh, what?
There's this giant 100-person fight in a restaurant in Tokyo recently.
Oh, wow.
Most diners had already left the function that had booked out the whole restaurant when officers reached the modern French eatery on the 58th floor of the landmark Sunshine 60 Tower in the Ikebukuro district, with only one man who had suffered a minor head injury and a handful of others remaining, the police said. According to an investigative source, those involved in the commotion appeared to be members of the Chinese Dragon.
Ooh.
A gang comprised primarily of second and third generation descendants of Japanese orphans left behind in China when Japan withdrew from the country at the end of World War II.
Oh, wow.
And the funny thing about this brawl is police have received information that the function was intended to celebrate a member's release from prison.
That's good.
Oh, God. Anyway, there's no one was seriously injured, so it's okay. And you know why no one was seriously injured? Because Japan doesn't have a fuck ton of guns that get pulled out at every fight, and people don't shoot each other often.
Good. Yes, we're safe.
All right, I'm going to go to my last story. Here we go. One of Japan's biggest convenience store chains tests walk-through cashless payment system. So Lawson Go... it's a new branch that opened in Tokyo this month. All you need to do prior to your arrival is download the Lawson Go app to your phone, register a credit card, and the app will give you a QR code to display at the store's entrance. Inside the store, cameras follow shoppers' movements, and the shelves have weight sensors that can confirm when an item has been picked up. The data is enough for the system to determine who's taken what, so you can then just walk right out with them. The Lawson app will bill your credit card plus send you a digital receipt as you through the app.
That's great.
So you just walk in, get your shit, and leave.
That's good. Even right now, 7-Eleven is like the only convenience store without directly touching the cash register person. Do you know what I mean? Like you touch the machine.
You mean 7-Eleven just you do everything on the screen?
Yeah, so he doesn't. The person doesn't really have to. Oh, thank you, calculate. And,
Well, the dude scans your shit and puts it in, and then if you don't like the environment, then you ask for a bag and you charge 2 yen.
Yeah. So that's like the most advanced thing now, but that's
the next step.
That's the future.
So the goal is to not hire people for these positions.
Yeah, but I feel kind of sad because if shit goes down, if I don't have a job, the convenience store will always be there to hire me.
Not anymore.
That's why. That's why I feel sad.
If shit goes down, what shit is going down in your mind where you're going to go take a job at a convenience store?
I don't know. Like, we're banning you from teaching English. English is banned.
English is banned in Japan.
In this
I
country.
would be fucked too, Matt. Well, no,
yeah.
I got two businesses. But then if they're like, English is bad because half of the production that we do is like English stuff.
Yeah. So like right now, if we're talking in English,
they come in.
This is like, oh, is the headquarters gotta catch them.
They come in there.
Yeah, we can't.
This
can't
is
do
the
this anymore.
headquarters of the English virus.
Yeah, hiding the English words in here.
Oh my god.
So, well, that's good, man.
So let's talk about how they might spy on us in the future.
Oh yeah, here we go.
By the way, Josh, when you watch this episode, that's called a segue. Every single time I'm on the podcast with Josh, like when I finish a story, he goes, "Okay, next story." Like basically, like I don't even care about what you just said, motherfucker. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I'm like, dude, segue.
He does that.
Like you'll finish a story, and he'll be like, "Okay, next story." Like he's just like, there's no like smooth transition. It's just like, okay, because he's just trying to get ready, right, for his story.
Oh, right.
But it's just like, you know, say, I don't know how to say, like, it's like a habit.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like, okay.
Well, you got to flip the switch sometime.
Okay. Next. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about how the government might be spying on us using different creative means.
Man. This is some crazy stuff right here. Future for cyborg insects. Insects.
Yeah.
Okay, like bugs, man.
Yeah.
The Riken Cluster for Pioneering Research, CPR, based in Saitama Prefecture, has discovered a method that can be used to repurpose cockroaches for the betterment of society.
Okay.
I thought that means like we could eat them.
No. Ugh, I hate cockroaches.
What if you have to? What do you mean you hate them? Like, I don't understand why people hate cockroaches.
It's a phobia. I'm afraid of them. I don't know. Like I'm cool with spiders and shit.
Oh yeah.
I just the cockroach is just something.
Maybe something happened.
No, something did happen, but I cannot discuss it on this because it's on the show.
It's nasty.
Too disgusting. But I have seen news reports where they're talking about if humans go to space, then one way that we might get protein is by farming not cockroaches, but insects like crickets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then one of the izakayas that I was at, a Japanese bar, restaurant, pub thing called Hanbei. They have them in Tokyo and shit. It's a chain restaurant. You can order crickets.
Yeah.
I think there's soy sauce boiled crickets.
Yeah, it's not special. We've been eating them.
Yeah, and then zazamushi is another one you can get. But none of that. You look at it and the zazamushi looks gross as fuck. But you look at it and you're like, okay, nothing looks worse than the warasubo.
Is that the alien?
The alien. It's got warasubo. It's like this alien looking jerky thing.
Oh yeah.
That's like comes from Oito or Miyazaki. I don't remember where.
Oh yeah, it was Oita.
Fucking gross, man.
Yeah, it was gross. But it's just how you present that.
Well,
they're just doing it like,
guys,
it's funny, and then
Google warasubo. You'll be like, there's no way to present this in a non-alien like coming out of your chest way.
Okay. Anyway, so this is how they're gonna use cockroaches. Okay, the process begins with taking live Madagascar cockroaches. Oh, they must be huge. Madagascar, man. What is it? How do you say it?
Madagascar.
Dude.
It doesn't matter. It's just the big ones.
It's like Jurassic Island. Anyway,
Jurassic Park. What's going on with you?
which can grow to about 7.5 centimeters. Ooh, wow. Telling you, it's big.
Oh god, this is gross.
That's big. Fitted them with backpack-shaped electronic devices, and then using these to control the insect's behavior. Oh man, that's crazy. These cyborg insects can then potentially be used for urban research and rescue missions or spy.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Boston Dynamic dogs. The robot dogs. Have you seen those? They have like videos of them dancing and shit, but they're just like robot dogs.
Oh yeah.
And then like Boston Dynamics was like, we promise that we will never put weapons on our Boston Dynamic dogs. We'll never ever do that.
Yeah.
And like, you don't have to be very clever to figure this next step out, but like all they have to do is make the dog, and then another company buys the dog.
Oh yeah.
And puts fucking weapons on the dog.
Oh yeah. That's crazy, man.
Dude, like things are gonna get weird. I think the next 20 or 30 years in technology and robotics are gonna get super weird.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be like Terminator.
It's gonna be what?
Terminator, you know. It's like that.
maybe less than that. I mean, like even like now in the war in Ukraine, they're using Iranian drones. I don't even get into it. Just like it's dumb. I hope that we stop using all this technology for
Oh yeah.
bad things.
Yeah, but I think the cockroaches thing is like,
Going back to the cockroaches.
well, you've seen on movies, like they use little bugs that's like crawling and then like spying and stuff like that,
Yeah, but they usually do it in like a comical way. Like it's not really that comical.
Yeah, I mean, this could be used for anything, right?
In the story, it talks about how they use if there's like rubble, right? If there's like somebody trapped or something, and the roach can like get inside and check it out.
Oh yeah.
But how weird would that be? Like you're sitting there like, oh, I'm like hurt, I'm in rubble, I need help, and a cockroach shows up with like a fucking electronic backpack on.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not a robot.
It's not a robot. If it was just like a pure robot, it'd be fine for me, I think.
Yeah, if it's like a pure robot, and then you'd be like, "Oh, here it came to save me." But if it's like a real cockroach, you'd be like, "Oh," and then like you smash it.
So I have a question. Okay, so now I was taught this a long time ago that in the Showa period, if you were sitting in a restaurant and a cockroach came into the restaurant, you would tell the master, "Taro-san ga irashatta."
Oh yeah,
is that true?
I don't know, but it makes sense.
It means Taro, which is like what, John? It's like the equivalent of Japanese John. Mm-hmm. It's like John has entered or come in.
Mm. That's a nice, polite way of telling the restaurant people that, because you don't want to scare away all the customers, right? So.
Oh my God! Let's end on this. We'll put this link in the description. You know that Nihon Mukashi Banashi song that's like, I think it's like ningen. Like what is it?
Yeah. Ningen de ina. Yeah.
I think it's that song. Anyway, there's like the Keigo version of that song now on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Where the guy like intentionally makes all the sentences like incredibly. Keigo's like formal, polite Japanese, like incredibly formal, polite Japanese, but it makes it so much longer. So you have to like sing it really, really fast to fit it into the time. Oh, it's so great.
Weird. You like that show, huh?
Yeah, dude, because when I was a kid, I grew up with that shit. If you guys, I think they're all on YouTube. I don't know if they're there legally. I think they are. I don't know. But if you get
watch them.
Nihon Mukashi Banashi, which is like Japanese old folk tales. Yeah, if you guys ever want to learn anything about Japanese culture, watch those because they're like the old folk tales they used to tell with kamishibai, which is like painted pictures that they would go through like slides like in the olden days, and they would tell stories. Basically it's like those stories but made into anime back in like the 90s or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're really, really good.
And then there's also there's a cartoon or anime, I forgot the name. It's called a Transformer or something. But anyway, so what they do is they sent cockroaches to...
Why are we still talking about cockroaches?
To some planet.
Okay.
And then all these dudes were like, okay, we got to go get the cockroaches. And then they went, and the cockroaches, they evolved into this huge, like human, so powerful.
Okay. This is an anime.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch, I think it's called Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. No. Ah, shit. It's Godzilla versus Gigan. The bad guys in the movie are aliens, but when they have like a silhouette, it's like a cockroach silhouette.
Oh.
It's really fucking creepy. I do not understand that movie, but I think it's Godzilla versus Gigan. I think it's that.
Gigantos?
No, I can
don't
search
know.
it for it really quick. It's the one that they built a Godzilla theme park.
I don't know. I like Godzilla though.
Yeah, I watched all his fucking movies.
All of them?
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Yeah, it's Godzilla versus Gigan. Gigan.
Gigan.
Yeah, I think it is.
I like Godzilla versus King Kong.
I just recently watched that. And
did you like it?
Yeah, it was American.
Oh yeah. No, there's a Japanese version too. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't really like American Godzilla movies because like I don't know. I like the Showa era Godzilla movies because they're just so fun, you know.
Oh yeah.
The American ones are just so like CG, you know, it's just like
that's true.
It's kind of not as fun.
It's cool how they used to make films, man, back in the day.
Dude, that
Back in the
guy's
days.
in a big giant rubber suit. You know, there's nothing more fun than that.
Yeah, and then you have to make all this little buildings and cars, all this. They have
Now
to
it's
make
just like
them. It's
VFX sweatshops. But anyway, we need to go because I'm fucking starving.
all right, let's go.
All right. Hey, Hayato, thanks for being on the show today.
You're welcome. Let me know if you need somebody again.
I will.
Yeah. Good to be back, everybody.
All right, guys, that's been our show today. Check out leave us a comment. What do you guys think about Wagyu? Tell us what you think about liking a comment or a tweet. Should that implement you? Should that make it so you're liable for what is it? Libel, I think it is. Should you? And then the last question is: if you were trapped under a building and you needed help, if a cockroach with a electronic backpack came your way, would you be happy or terrified?
Yeah. And then what is the most advanced convenience store in your town?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Do you have convenience stores where you're from?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's been our show. Make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we drop a new episode. If you guys are interested in becoming a Patreon, there's a link for that in the description below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week. Bye, buddy.
Goodbye.